Welcome back to Moving the Chains with the Lots of Down podcast, where we have 4 downs to talk about 4 topics quickly. First down's easy for us today. We have 2 young star quarterbacks, Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, both looking to get a contract extension sooner rather than later. Tom Telesco, the GM of the Los Angeles Chargers, he doesn't seem too worried about it, says it's a good problem to have, whereas Katie Blackburn of the Bengals has said, we'll talk about something when there's something to talk about. 2 very different mindsets from 2 very different organizations about how they handle with long-term extensions of star players. Calais Campbell is an Atlanta Falcon. Ravens fans and Raven brass probably expected and were hopeful that they could get Campbell back on a discount after releasing him this offseason in hopes to get enough money to get an extension done for Lamar Jackson. Instead, the 36-year-old Campbell is going to Atlanta, which was a bit of a surprise to a lot of people because you'd imagine he'd want to play for a contender, but he believes that they can be, and he's been a part of a young quarterback-driven team with the Jaguars in the past that has gone far. So who knows? We've seen crazier things happen. We have a new rule in the NFL this upcoming year. If you turn it over on downs and it is a questionable play, it'll be reviewed the same way a turnover would be reviewed in past seasons. For instance, if Joe Burrow throws a pass to Jamar Chase and it looks like he doesn't get his feet down, but he actually drags the feet, it won't be the Bengals who has to challenge now. It will be a league review similar to what we see with touchdowns in regular turnovers. Jalen Carter. He decided that he's only going to interview with teams that have a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. This can go one of 2 ways. He either goes top 10 and looks like a genius because he put his foot down and said, I want to be drafted where my value deserves to be drafted. On the flip side, you could be getting a Bo Callahan draft day, and Aaron Rodgers in the green room going 23-24. Jalen Carter could fall, especially now that these teams haven't had the opportunity to cleanse their thoughts on what has happened, at least hear from him and decide for themselves if he is worthy of a first-round pick. We will see you guys next week with a new episode of Loss of Down. Until then, have a great week.